Rich, and this is Keep in Mind. This is our 42nd episode. I do have some announcements to make. For everybody on our live right now, for everybody on it, please understand that you no longer have to stay on your phone on Instagram. You can now watch us on Facebook and YouTube right now. What? Right now. Right now. And we can respond to you. We can respond to you guys and everything like that. You can actually join the live now. We're not doing it today because I didn't try it out yet. But what? You can join the live, go split screen, everybody gonna see you on camera. That's dope. And all that. That's dope. Not on Instagram though. On Facebook and YouTube. Yes. Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. You can find us at KeepinMind Pod. KeepinMind Pod on Twitter. KeepinMind Podcast on Facebook. KeepinMind Podcast on YouTube. All of that. You know what I mean? Yeah. KeepinMind Podcast on everything. Honestly, anything with audio and video, you can find us on KeepinMind Podcast. I want to start off by saying I'm really happy about that. Next, I want to say an announcement. The second announcement is we have a new host. Yay! Emojis right now in the comments for our new host, man. We got the beautiful, the lovely. Beautiful, the lovely.
Sunny Love is my name.
Hey,
nobody knows who I am.
She is a ray of sunshine, y'all. You guys will love her. We already love her. She's amazing. We getting in there. Yeah, I posted a quick little clip of her from the weekend. Oh shoot, we got five people on something. Get out of here. Hey, yo, come on. Listen, I apologize. Yes, we got Sunny Love. We got my boy Jay. We got my boy Black back in the building. I want to say, listen, we're only moving up from here, you know what I mean? And we got two special guests today. But before that, you didn't even mention how Pisces season is in session. Because Pisces season is in session. I was giving you an announcement. Yeah, exactly. And if not giving an announcement, is that not going to give the most important announcement of all? Jay, what up, brother? Next up, Miss Sunny Love. I will be celebrating my birthday next week. Y'all already know. Click in the bio if you guys want tickets to next week's event. I'm having a brunch. Jay of Keep in Mind is going to be having a brunch at AK Lounge. Y'all. Listen, if y'all didn't get y'all tickets already, I'm going to tell y'all this right now. Bring your flags. That's all I need to say. Bring your flag. That should tell you everything you need to know because that's how we turn it up. All right? I'm sorry, Rich. Go ahead. Get back. Pisces season is in full effect. Shout out to the shot, baby. You don't have to apologize. Pisces is in the building. I think when you sit back like that, you're off camera. Just to let you know. It's in the bio. Yeah, click the link in the bio. Get your tickets. I can't do anything for you once tickets are out, guys. Again, you get them, or once it's sold out, don't come hollering at Jay about something special because I can't do anything for you. All right? All right. Boom. Y'all heard that. Got them tickets. It's in a week. Got them tickets. All right. So now I was trying to say, well, I was going to get to that. I was just going to mention it. But now, we have two guests in the building. Come in, Jay. Oh, turn your chair. Move a little bit. Sorry, y'all. We got two special guests in the building. We got DJ Suave in the building. Come through. DJ, I'm saying trip God. Anybody who wears Lego watch on the Listen. And then we also have travel enthusiasts. Yes. So like, I want to make you laugh. Yes. Silvio. Please, Silvio, please introduce yourself. Let people know your handle on Instagram or how they can find you if you have a YouTube, if you have any of that. If you just Instagram, you know what I mean? Let them know who you are, what you do.
What's up, everybody? I know my name is Silvio. I think I heard that, but my name is Silvio. my IG hashtag is, tag is actually Silvio, SYLVIO318. So that's everything is Silvio318. That's Snapchat. That's I don't got TikTok, but that's Snapchat. Instagram, my Facebook is just my name. We don't gotta get to Facebook, but whatever. You know what I'm saying? But I know. Everybody's doing TikTok. Everybody told me I think TikTok. It was like, you make messing so much money, but I'm like, yeah, I'll get there one day.
Okay. And I mean, over here, DJ Suave.
Yeah, man, DJ Suave. I'm still a DJ. Listen to that. The clothing line coming out.
Okay.
Yeah, talk about it. Talk about it.
All right. Y'all hear that?
Yeah, I hear that.
All right. Since y'all here, I want to ask a question for y'all. Y'all don't got, like you said, you got the clothing line coming out, so maybe we'll have you back when you actually launch that, so we can speak on that.
Definitely.
Let people know about it. Let all our critical thinkers know about that.
We shine a light, man.
Do you have anything going on right now?
I got a lot of things going on right now, actually. First off, my birthday's coming up too. It's spicy season.
Oh, that's my man trying to wake me up. Spicy season, baby, game. But
So,
no, it's spicy season. Yeah, we don't
March 19th. Oh, that's crazy. March 19th is my birthday party, so that means you got a special invitation.
Oh, okay.
I have to throw a little plug in. Well, March 19th, I have a
free.
And
Okay.
No,
I want you about to take it from me right now. I love you, bro, but
March 19th is my annual birthday bash. It's in Queens. Actually, I haven't done anything in Queens in a long time.
Queens.
Back to Queens. I'm bringing back to Queens. It's called Ecstasy.
money.
The party's called Ecstasy. If you want to get your tickets, go on Ecstasy 2022 at Eventbrite.
Ecstasy 2022. Write that in the comments.
Get your tickets. It's really a crazy time because, again, I'm not one that chills at parties. I like that a good time.
Bro, you have to come next week, bro. You have to come next week. You coming next week, bro?
Oh, is he running?
Yeah.
Give me information.
All right, cool, bro.
I'm gonna be in New York, so
All right,
I'm not here that much, but I'm gonna be in New York.
got you. Where do you stay usually?
I live in Queens, but I'm not. I'll be away a lot.
You be flying out.
Stick it moving.
I want to do that. As soon as I can get rid of these kids, I can do that.
I'm glad to hear that. So now,
I used to. I got a travel company right now. I got a travel company. We travel to actually the motherland every December. So please join me on one of our trips. We go to Ghana.
Ghana.
Oh my God! Oh my God! That's what's up, yo. She said, "Drop the dates, we in there."
I'm working on the next trip. We just came back from our December trip. It was amazing. Ghana was amazing. Now we're looking to go back this 2022 December. So from Christmas time to after New Year's, it's a great time. My travel company is final destination, but right now we're revamping things. But I'll give you all that information once we get some updated information. All right.
That's dope, man. That's dope, man. That's dope.
All right. My man, DJ Suave. Honestly, I want to let everybody know that we're just meeting both of them. As far as most of us in the room are just meeting both of them. And the way I happened to
That's why I DJ'd my first child's baby shower. So that was a movie.
I didn't even know that.
It was insane. It was insane, bro. It's beautiful.
He's listening to podcast.
I want to say that the way I was introduced, the way I actually came into knowing who DJ Suave was
Lovely
E.
our E.
I would connect everything. He said the pictures of DJ Suave at the meeting with Eric Adams and all the drill rappers.
Right.
And automatically I was like, oh yeah, we gotta get him on the show. You know what I mean? So I want to know how that came about, like, you know what I mean? How that came about? Who set that up? Who was the bridge that made?
How you got in the room?
Yeah, how you? You know what I mean?
I'm one of the rotating mixture DJs on 187.
Okay.
So now I'm part. My mom is the chief advisor to the man. Is my uncle, obviously. So I'm part of the culture on the hip hop side as well as the political side. So I'll be the perfect bridge for that. You know what I'm saying? Meanwhile, I'll reach to my mom to get a meeting with to the man. The reason we needed to meet with the man is because there was a lot of discrepancies about what the man said in regards to drill rapping.
Right.
So instead of going off of what Shade Room or this blog or this that said, we called the meeting. We got a meeting with the man, drill rappers at a table. We sit down and we discuss it face to face. You know what I mean? Now, I'm not sure that the previous administration would have allowed drill rappers in. Meeting in the Blasio, that's probably wouldn't even happen.
No.
I don't believe that.
Before you get deep into it, if y'all don't know what he's talking about, it was a statement that was made where he said that drill rap should be taken off of social media.
Right.
Because of its supposed effect on the youth and how violent it can cause them to be or something of that nature.
And so from what you're saying, his words were taken incorrectly.
Correct.
Right. So go
Right.
ahead.
So go ahead. Yeah.
So basically, to summarize things, we got the meeting. So, obviously, he initiated the meeting.
Yeah.
Fabio was there. Shout out to the whole Slow Bucks was there. Queens, heavy Queens, you know what I mean?
Queens.
Strong was there, Be Love.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of good people was there, you know what I mean? From the culture. So now, Fabio, everybody expressed where they was coming from in regards to drill. And the man, basically, he was saying like, say it again.
Louder.
Yeah, no doubt, bro. I talk low. You know,
I see that.
bro.
Yeah.
It's like overly loud. Yeah. It's not a people want to hear you, bro. So basically, the man, his point, his take was, I'm gonna summarize what happened at the meeting. His point was, you could drill rap what you want. This wasn't even on my radar. But if one gang is talking to another gang, they threaten the gang saying, I'm gonna shoot you, this and the third. They do it.
Right.
Then they make the song to retaliate or they make the song to antagonize that gang. Like, yo, I just shot you. You put I shot you. I shot your niggas. That niggas is pussy. Ain't gonna do nothing. Now this gang is gonna retaliate. In the midst of that, you have 11-month-old babies being shot. I don't know if you heard about that.
Yeah, absolutely.
But now,
Straight bullet.
I can't have that in my city.
Right.
So if y'all drill rap, that's fine. But if you make a song to disrespect each other, and you have innocent people being affected in the crossfire, I have that. You know what I mean? And I understand about young black men. He wants to, they need to heal, different things like that. But I can't have innocent people being killed or shot at. So everybody understood where he was coming from with that. They respected it. So drill is good. You could drill, but you can't make songs to antagonize and I'm gonna show you different things like that.
Smoking on this pack.
So how do you feel? How do you feel?
There's another part coming to the meeting. It's part two for sure. That was the point of it.
As a DJ, how do you feel about it?
Yes.
For me personally, well, basically, my take on it is, I'm a fan of drill. I'm a fan of the production. I used to play the piano, so I love the music. My thing is, and this is what I said in the meeting, I feel like if we were saying this about Jews or any other culture, it would be banned immediately, bro. You're not getting on the record saying you're going to do this to Jews, this, that, and the third. It's not happening.
It's not going down.
It's not happening. That's just
not going down.
Immediately.
But they've never made it. Right. Never made it round.
But it's allowed because it's us talking about us. And I got a problem with that. In addition to that,
Talk about it.
Okay.
Talk about it. People are loving what you're saying right
and
now.
this is what I said at the meeting. In addition to that, the record labels are making us artists sign life insurance policy. Bro, this is fucked up, bro. This is a real issue.
For real.
So I think that, because it's us talking about we're gonna kill each other, it's allowed, bro.
It's yeah.
And,
It's not even just allowed. I feel like it's promoted. It is rewarded.
Yeah,
It's rewarded to talk about killing your brother.
I'm not.
But the minute you get outside of that, right?
Just as you're a father, I'm a father. It's fucked up.
I can't have that. I can't have it. I can't have it.
So, that's my take on that, man. For real.
When's the next meeting that
The next part?
yeah, that wasn't set up yet?
No, I don't even know the exact date, but it's coming soon. It's coming soon.
All right.
So,
Well, once again, we want to. They're not going nowhere, by the way. But I want to make sure that I want to thank them again for popping out. You know what I mean?
so you don't want to taste? No, I see you got one.
So we want to get into spicy topics as we normally do.
Sure.
You know what I mean? We want to get into topics. It's showtime right now, and we got 29 people in the building. Please hit that paper play and send this out. If you do not want to be stuck on Instagram, you can get on Facebook, Twitter, or YouTube and hop on. We will respond to your comments there as well. Just to let y'all know once again. So first topic of the day that we wanted to discuss. Black, please let people know what was it that you want to talk about this weekend.
First topic of the day is why is someone good enough to child with but not married?
Why is someone good enough to have a child with, but not good enough to get married? Am I allowed to speak on this? Since I'm not.
Listen, there's a lot of statistics out here. You know what I mean? Like, and
This is how I feel
some of them are not trying to be statistics. Some of them actually are like, yo, I want to be a single mother, or I want to be a single father, whatever it may be. But go ahead, as you were saying.
Absolutely. This is how I feel about it. I feel like in and of itself, marriage is already a construct anyway. So the fact that some people want to get together and have children but not get married, to me, is perfectly fine, because you might want to procreate with somebody but not necessarily live out the rest of your life with that person. So that's my number one thing about it. You know what I'm saying? There are people out there who just want a child, and there are people who have approached me about this, about just giving them a child and them walking away, and I have no financial responsibility to these people. Nothing. They just want me to give them a black baby. It was a lot of white women too. I don't know y'all white women are with that. Y'all just be like, yo, give me a baby and walk away. And I was like, yo, that's weird, bro. But I don't know.
I'm saying, would that be okay though? Would you want that? Like, you just give this?
No, absolutely not.
This Caucasian, you give
my seed exists out there, and I don't know about it. Absolutely not.
So I can't just give you my good sperm and not partake in this child's life. You know?
Miss Shannon Nelson said marriage is a way bigger responsibility. And she's a married woman.
It is.
But a child is a big responsibility.
That's what
Well,
I was
can I
Yeah.
Go ahead, Miss Love.
estrogen in it?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
IMOU be in it. Been
So
like,
you just
you feel me? I said this one out. I think that's your family, right?
Yeah, that's my brother.
Go ahead.
Brother.
Go ahead, Miss
Not the
Love.
baby anymore. I feel like some people view marriage as a bid, like you do your time. No, so people don't want life sentences. But like children, you only got to raise them, not really to get their 18, maybe to 10, 12, because they got phones now. I know a couple of kids.
10, 12.
I did hear one of your children say they busy watching their show. They didn't want to get their hair done. So what I'm trying to tell you is at a certain point, the girl's going to still collect the check. She's still getting the residual funds and doing nothing.
It's a stream of income.
Probably right now.
Residual check.
Yeah, so they're not. So but with the life sentence, the women and men, you guys need constant attention. People in your phone, but the kids, they live in their own life. So I feel like, yeah. Living her own life.
Okay. Yo, the people are saying truth. Wow. Hey, listen, it's saying truth. She's right.
Right now, and ask them, hey, you want to? Oh no, I got something. They got more plans than us. They out. They got Minecraft. They got all kind of.
I hope my kid wants to hang out with me. I don't know. Call me sensitive, but if my kid doesn't want to hang out with me when they're like 15, 16, I'm gonna feel the way about that, bro.
You want to hang out with your dad when you were 15?
Yeah, I want to hang out with my pops. I'm telling you, my pops was the man, bro. Like we would go to a party and he would be the life of the party. I wanted to be there with him all the time.
I was done with my mom after 12. I was like,
Really? Nah, I love my father, bro.
It's a problem. All right, therapy after this.
Okay.
DJ Swag,
bro.
You okay with just spreading your seed and not
Yeah, somebody was like, just give me a baby. I'm not good with that, bro. Actually, I was gonna reach to you because I just found out you got clipped. Yeah, bro. That's the next step. Yo, shout out to all the women out there. I'm saying one daughter, she's 4.
And you good?
I'm good, bro.
Really? Clip.
Well, they might not give it to you, bro, because one child is psychologically. Yeah. They evaluate you, bro. They have you.
So I'm out here. Listen, I just want to bust my juice.
Bro. No drink, no hot sauce, no nothing.
Don't worry. Just stay swimming.
No hot sauce, no. My man not carry no Tabasco. He good. Nah, you know what, bro? I'm gonna keep it up. I'm gonna go to the club shooting every once in a while.
Nigga want to shoot at the club.
Nah, bro. You gotta protect your energy. Bro. I like
I took this topic like that. People will be like, yeah, how could you not want to be married and have children? Everybody's like, nah, fuck the marriage.
Yeah, fuck them. Yo, it's crazy, bro.
Back in the days, like, you need that.
They got money.
But now it's like the way things are in this 2022,
Right.
everything's different. Like, we had family when I was growing up. You feel me? It's like a family. That's how you
I haven't watched it.
You want to do better?
I actually was at the premiere in LA.
It's fun.
Yo, Black Keys telling us to watch this show.
He said, I get to watch
I was like, man.
I hear it.
Actually, the person I met, she actually is a new school.
That is dope, man. That's dope. So yeah, that's the way I feel about it. A lot of people now. I mean, I don't know if you guys remember the episode we had with Life of Mia Bell, is it? Life of Mia? Life of Mia with 2 A's, 3 A's, whatever.
2 A's.
Mad A's. But she said this very same thing. She was like, yeah, like I could, you know what I mean? If I have a baby, whatever, as long as he takes care of what he needs to take care of, I'm good. The residual, the stream of income comes in. I'm good. I don't have to worry about marriage. And it's like, you know, but don't let this fool you guys. Black people are still getting married. Yes, the divorce rate is 50% or close to 50% from what I understand nowadays. But people are still getting married out there. People are still finding love, and they are making that commitment. So it's all about work, y'all. It's all about work. I know I'm gonna be 8 years in July, and I'm learning shit every day. So it's not easy,
I guess
bro.
you can call me old school because I don't have any kids right now. And when I do finally have a kid, I actually want to be married.
That's dope. That's
Are
dope.
you dating right now?
Oh yeah.
Are you in a relationship?
Yeah, I'm dating right now.
Dating. I want. You don't gotta answer. You don't gotta answer.
Yeah. My man said, y'all got more water? Yo, my man saw said, y'all got more water, bro? Y'all got more water? Y'all got more water? Yo, I'm a gentleman. That's it. I'm a gentleman.
We already know how you feel clearly. But actually, how do you feel about just having a baby? Like, you know what I mean? Like, how do you feel about that?
I think
Would you have rather
well, I
to be
have a
married?
daughter,
Mm-hmm.
and yeah, no one wakes up one day and say, "I'm gonna be a baby mama." I mean, maybe some people, but not me. I'm 37, so it's like I think what happened was that's why I needed to kind of have a reset because, like, you know, way before if you're gonna stay with someone long term. I was already with my daughter's father for 5 years, but I still chose knowing that I don't think this is our paths weren't just aligned, and I still chose to have a child. But I feel like he was there in every other aspect, but the path that I wanted to go overall, we weren't on the same page. Like financially, he's there, I'm there. Like, so it's not even a money thing. I don't even need like child support or anything. He buys her what she needs, and then I just, do what I have to do. But overall, he's just a good, like, growing up, I didn't have a father that, like, if somebody did something to me, like my dad, like, what are you doing with my daughter? He was more like just too laid back. And he's Jamaican, so he don't play. He's like, I'm ready to go to jail because you touch my daughter. Like, he's there. And I love that, that masculine side of it. I felt like she would be protected always. And he's a good provider. And that's what a child needs.
Big up to the Jamaican dad.
I like how you pump his chest and shoes. So
Yeah. Yo, my man said,
He's Jamaican.
He's like, that's me. Yo, I mean them talk about. Yo, look, the Jamaican flag is going up. Capricious 1021 says live together first for 2 years before even thinking about having a child together. I mean, I don't see how that makes it. It doesn't matter how long.
Like I don't know who that person is.
Oh, really?
My bad. Shout out to the Stacey Banks, man.
Oh, Stacey Banks.
Yeah, she
Oh, Stacey Banks. What up, what's good? Yo, what's good, Stacey Banks? Welcome. Yo, please, Miss Stacey Banks, if you could send this out to 10 of your friends, because I know you got like at least 100 of them. Send this out. Yo, send this out to your friends. Please hit that paper plane on the bottom right hand screen.
Brooklyn on lock. Y'all heard that?
You know what I'm saying?
If y'all didn't know, now y'all know. To all the critical thinkers, she outside. She outside.
March 19th, we outside.
There you go.
So we got Queens, Brooklyn, and Long Island in the building. Huh? From LA.
LI do it.
You in there?
I graduated from Brooklyn College, so
Y'all heard that? And see, he knew. See, Brooklyn knew as a 21.
Fix the camera.
Oh, shoot.
Shout out.
Yo, camera's only on Rich right now. You see how much of a narcissistic man this guy is? Yo, he's only on Rich.
Hold on. Come on. Only on. What do you mean? Like, listen, that was clear.
No, Jay Pesci said that.
Jay Pesci.
No, said that.
You always call him Jay Pesci. His name is Jay Peso.
Jay Peso.
All right, so let's move on to topic 2.
All right, topic two. I'm gonna say this one right now. I got y'all.
Yo, we didn't get the audience. We didn't get nobody from the audience.
Huh?
Gaza?
Gaza for life.
Yo, that's my guy, bro.
What
You talking about Bob's Cartel and all that? Hold on.
Oh yeah. Oh what?
Gaza, bro.
World boss.
Yeah, well,
Now tell me everything. Now tell me everything.
All right, listen. For the people out there in the crowd, we do have a crowd, by the way.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We popping.
We popping out.
We popping out here. Anyway, please, young ladies and gentlemen, how do y'all feel? We can start with you right here. How do you feel about why is someone good enough to marry? Why is someone good enough to have a child with but not married? Are you even okay with that? Are you even okay with that?
No, I wouldn't have a child with someone that I wouldn't marry because I feel like having a child is
More of a commitment.
Yeah, it's more of a commitment
That's what I feel.
than the marriage. What would make someone good enough for me to have their child? They would have to be a man that like I respect. Like I feel like I want to bring another one of you because
Okay.
I'm like continuing your legacy basically. So that would be the criteria for me. Like if I respect you to that point, then yeah, I would want to have a child with you. Then I would also want you to be my husband.
So just in case y'all all gonna respond with that.
I'm not.
Oh, okay, all right, we'll get you then. Anybody that you have a child with you feel as though you should be able to marry them as well.
Yeah.
Excuse me, young lady over here in her phone. Do you agree with that?
Me personally, I feel like if I'm gonna have a child with someone, the aim would be to be with someone that I'm gonna marry. But again, we're in different times. Not everybody sees it that way. A lot of women are independent. They're financially successful where they don't feel like they need to have their counterpart there. So it just depends on that person's situation. But I feel like every child deserve to have a mother and a father in their upbringing.
Absolutely.
They deserve consistency. So that's just my thought.
Are you a mother?
Yes, I am. I have 2 daughters.
And are you married?
Yes, I am.
Taya.
She said yes I am. Yes I am.
Taya 31 says I wouldn't.
Yes, I am.
Taya 31 says I wouldn't be able to have a child with someone I wouldn't be with at some point, but not to say I'd stay with them just because we have a child. Could work. Myself somehow.
J Deuce's vibe on Facebook said, "Not okay with it. We need more families in our communities, but I'm old."
Hey, listen, I respect that. I respect that. I'm all for the families, man. Listen, it takes a village, bro.
By the way, if you heard me say on Facebook, by the way, on Instagram. So yes, we are live on Facebook and YouTube right now. You can also go there if you, because Instagram stopped you from using your phone.
I'm getting.
I mean, excuse me, young lady over here. You said you had a different opinion. What was it? Please let us know.
Say your name
I
first.
you guys.
Say your name first.
So shy.
You know what I mean? Well, our manager always got to act up.
All right. I heard a lot of you guys talk about finances. There's so much more to raising a kid. It's not just that. But of course, nobody goes into a relationship thinking like, "Oh, I'm gonna have a kid and walk away," or whatever. For me personally, like, I still feel like in order for you to raise a kid, both parents have to be happy. If I'm not happy, then there's no need for me to stay in a relationship that's always making me unhappy. So it didn't start out that way, but that's how it is. And great co-parenting. Co-parent is actually the best life for you because you're not making the other person feel like they doing a bid, like you said, like they have to stay there because they have a kid with you or whatever the case is. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's better for them to just be like, all right, you do your job, you take your responsibilities, take care of your responsibilities, whether you want to or not. Because honestly, I felt like the minute I got pregnant, things changed a whole lot in my relationship. So any female you ask,
in a positive manner or in a negative manner?
In both. It was
both.
Like, yeah.
It just everything switched up.
Everything switched up.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it depends. So
I think age has a big thing to do with it. More and more women are pushing back having children and starting careers. And even for me, like, you know, you push it back, and then you're running out of time. First mom's like, don't get pregnant. And then you're like, okay. She's like, when are you going to get pregnant? And I'm like,
it's like that. Yeah, that seems to switch.
For the grandkids.
So whatever relationship you had up until now that's decent, you're like, all right, I guess he's the one, because you don't have time. You literally don't have time. You don't want to be 60 raising a kid. So women are settling because they don't have time to develop the relationship to see if he's going to be
Dreamy Star says,
see that, you know.
Dreamy Star says age absolutely has a big factor. So she's agreeing with you.
The Woman Nation says, why have a child with someone you don't want or can't be with? You know,
but you don't necessarily know that because
you don't know that until you start.
So then, if you don't know that, then would you say that having a child with them was rushed?
And a lot of times it is, but what you know right away is their finances. You need that to raise a kid. You know if they're gonna leave you and not hold your hand in the street. If a dude comes up to you and be like, "Oh, I don't know her like that," and don't protect you, so you see the protection, you see the finances, you see these things first, all what you need to raise a child. So people say, "Oh, that's good enough," and then you try to go forward and you realize, "Oh, there's other things." Like she said that.
Let me tell you, my father's daughter wanted to get married. And he told my dad, and my dad knew like I was not feeling the relationship and I was trying to make changes. So my dad was like, yeah, so he wants to marry you. I was like, thanks for telling me, Poppy. So I was like, hey, so don't.
Dreamy Star says, I'm here thinking of freezing eggs. Anybody in here?
Oh, yeah. I
have that.
It.
Oh, really?
Before we move on, let's
that's not moving on. I was just like, it's an interesting thing.
Before we move on, no, that is very. I read it.
Freezing eggs, yeah. More women, I think, are talking about.
I was freezing their eggs. After you freeze them, do you get somebody else to carry them? Because are you freezing them because you
can carry them?
You can carry
them. Time out. That's not what I'm asking. I understand that you can pop them back in, I guess.
Yo, this is the same man who thought my vasectomy was a man who went in my balls with lasers and was shooting lasers at my freaking canal. He's like, yo. Okay, all your semen is done, sir. You're good.
But I just want to know. You can get somebody else to carry it as well, though, right?
Yeah,
all right.
Yeah.
That's all I wanted to know.
Right.
My brother, how do you feel?
One mic.
Naville, Big Cloud Jones on Instagram. How do you feel? How do you take? What's your take on this?
I have many names.
And by the way, I'm not gonna do this for every topic.
Yeah. As far as I'm concerned, like, all right. Basically, I grew up with both of my parents, and my pops died when I was like 16, right? And then 17, and the impact was so detrimental to my life. Like, it impacted who I was as a person so much. I would never want to have a kid not have the opportunity to have me around.
Talk about it.
Like, I just know how much, like, in my life, having my dad shaped who I am. So I know I wouldn't want my kid to even see what life is like. So for me personally, I wouldn't want to have a kid with somebody that I didn't marry. Like, if I'm trying to have a kid with them, then I'm marrying them, and it's a commitment until that kid is old enough to take care of himself. You know what I'm saying?
Until they 12, according to Shirley.
Right.
12 is better.
Miss Sunny Love, Miss Sunny
18,
Love.
but 12 make it even easier.
I mean,
you know what I'm saying?
I'll speak for myself. I know that personally. I don't have a similar situation. It's similar, but it's not. My father died when I was 4, so I didn't get that bond. You know what I mean? And granted, I hear all the time I do so much stuff like my father or whatever. Like always said, I had no patience, and I heard my dad was the same way. So my mom don't ask me to teach him nothing because my dad used to get mad, like, well, yell, be like, yo, you don't, and like it's the same thing with me. And I very short patience with teaching, and I will say that I personally feel like that is an aspect that I feel like just like Jay Deuces said on Facebook, like I think it is very important to have that because you don't know what you're missing. You don't know what you're missing when you have both people in your life. Like I have friends who have both parents, and I have friends who had both parents and then lost one. I have friends who actually still have both parents. I have friends like me and Black, who was our mother who raised us. You know what I mean? And I see successes and failures.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? In all aspects. And but I feel like
nature versus nurture, bro.
You know what I mean? But I feel like when you have two loving parents. Like by the way, we're gonna have a guest soon. Adasia. She's gonna be on the show. She's a psychoanalyst. She's gonna be coming on the show on March 13th. And we're gonna be bringing up a lot of stuff.
We're about to be keeping in mind for real.
You know what I mean? Keeping in mind for real. I brought her up because she's someone who I seen was raised with two loving parents, and the way she behaves and the way she carries herself is so dope. Like, you know what I mean? When you have exactly, like when you have two loving parents, it's very different from having two parents who are shit parents arguing in front of each other in front of the kids all the time. So I think there's a lot of aspects to this topic right here. But I mean, I don't think you should ever have kids with somebody that you don't see the potential of marrying. Right. You know what I mean? Like people who get pregnant be like, oh, they told me I couldn't get pregnant, so I gotta keep it. Cut that shit out. Stop trapping niggas.
That's not trapping.
Yes, it is. That's trapping. I'm sorry. Listen, if you got pregnant, your body, if you got, in my opinion, that's me. Y'all don't gotta comment.
Yeah, we did it.
Like
We're not.
Don't get me wrong. All right, I understand. All right, if it's a medical thing. All right, if it's a medical thing. All right, fine, I'm sorry. If it's a medical thing, cool. But at the same time, if you know you have a medical thing, you should let a nigga know, like, yo, listen, I already heard I can't have babies like that. So if I get pregnant, I'm keeping it, nigga. And that's that. You know, for right or wrong, like that's why we feel.
But one could argue that if a dude's not ready to have a kid with
would you go wrong if you're not ready to have a kid?
No, you should. Sometimes you don't shoot the club up and they get pregnant, bro.
Pre-cum.
I've heard of that myth. Bro, I'm a grown ass man. I'm 35 years old. I'm fucking a long time, brother, man. Fucking a long time.
Yeah. And
condoms have not been in the picture for probably.
I had to fuck a lot of bitches to have a kid like this, nigga.
You might want to go to the doctor, my nigga.
I get checked up, bro. I get checked up. All I'm saying is,
make sure this is motive. They got the motility.
Getting pregnant by pre-cum, that story is motherfucking.
No, it's not. Well,
I want to tell you that they.
Not for me. Not for me.
Black. You see why we stayed out of this? Because everyone's roasting Rich right now. They are getting in on Rich right now. Listen, I believe the fifth all the way.
No, he said that. I said if it's a medical condition, my bad. I'm sorry. My bad.
You just said you're pre-cum to swimmer.
Pre-cum swimmers, yeah.
Oh, you word. Yeah, bro. Oh man, yo, we got 32 people in here right now. If y'all send this out to 5 of y'all friends, hold up, send this to 5 of your friends, guys. Everybody sends this to 5 of your friends. It's getting real. It's gonna get spicier than this. So if you guys think this is bad, then just wait like 20 minutes because it's gonna get real. Keep in mind, y'all.
All right, listen. All right, so we're gonna move on to the next topic. Because I want nobody roasting me. Today's not roasting Wednesday. Tonight's not roasting Wednesday.
It's not Wednesday.
By the way, tune in on Wednesday to get roast Rich. That's me. You can roast me.
Right before my birthday, y'all. So I'm gonna be ready.
Yeah. Roasted Rich.
We just roast this man.
All right. So next topic that we want to discuss is: have you ever given or taken advice and it turned out terrible? like you gave somebody advice and whatever you told them,
it was the worst advice.
Fucked them up.
Or you took advice and it ended up being the worst advice that you could have taken
from this person that you call your friend, your family, or whatever. So yeah, you guys, comments. Let us know. Have you taken or given advice that turned out to be the worst advice to take or give, that ruined the situation that you were trying to salvage?
I am guilty.
Yes, we gotta
Miss Sunny Love. We're gonna start off with Miss Sunny Love. Story time with Miss Sunny Love.
Well, I don't know. Maybe y'all know that I used to rap back in the day.
She got bars.
No, I'm not spitting bars today, but I will eventually.
Not this episode. But
Not this episode. Not this episode.
So
I mean, we got a DJ right here. I mean, what you want? We got a DJ right here.
What's your rap name? Yo, we need to change this right here.
Come on, Mr. Here we okay.
No. It's Yellow Bone Assassin, you know.
Oh, Yellow Bone Assassin.
Shout out to E.
Yo, Yellow Bone Assassin. Yo, watch out for yo.
But I was on my way to the studio to record. And what happened was when I showed up, the guy was like, "Oh, my girlfriend is on her way." So I'm like, "All right, cool." So I was like, "She's not like jealous or think, you know?" He's like, "No, she knows that I record females." So I said, "Cool." So she walks in and I know her, and I'm like, "Oh my God!" I'm not gonna say her name, but I'm like, I know her. I'm like, "How you been?" It turns out she was a friend of mine from like elementary school.
Wow.
She came to my house one time. And like my mother was like, she has to go. It was like 6th grade. She like destroyed our Nerf guns, like destroyed the house. And I like had never saw her again. So I just assumed like, I don't know, she grew up and went somewhere. And now she's sitting in front of me. And I'm like, but she seemed off a little bit different. She wasn't her crazy wild self when we were, you know, kids. And she was very reserved. Like I'm like talking to her and she seemed a little off. So when the producer, who's her boyfriend, went to the next room, I'm like, "Everything good with you?" She's like, "Yeah, sure." She was very robotic. And I'm like, "You know, you can tell me if there's something wrong." And she's like, "Oh, maybe another time." So a couple more times we went over there and she told me that if things weren't going right, and she had like this burn mark on her arm. So I'm like, "What's going on?" So, you know, and me as a woman, and I'm you know, rapping in this guy's studio, I want to know what's going on. So I probe her a little bit, you know, over the time. The last thing that, like, when I knew there was something wrong, she came home from work and he was like, "Where's your paycheck?" And she's like, "It's right here." And she's like, "How many hours did you work?" And he's like analyzing her check. And then she smoked cigarettes. So he was like, "No more cigarettes for you." Like, he was just being very crazy. So I said, "You need to stand up for yourself. Don't let this guy do this to you." Like,
So this is the advice you give.
yeah,
This is the advice you
like,
give.
giving her, like, he can't do this. And then on the note that I go with them, then I'm in there rapping about probably guns and hoes. Who knows what I'm talking about? But, you know, not her. She don't got to go down with everybody. So then I was like, cool. Next thing you know, I hear, because this is in Uniondale, somebody told me, "Yo, so-and-so got arrested." I'm like, "What happened?" So the producer, I couldn't go to the studio anymore. What happened was, she told somebody at work something about how he was treating her. Also, I guess I put the battery in her back, and it came to arrest him or to find out if she lied and said like he's holding her hostage or something.
Oh,
So the cops show up and he said he wasn't going down. He fights the cop. He gets arrested. So that wasn't the part of her life that I ruined. That was like, okay, she's free from this man.
Oh my God!
So what happens is, part 2, she gets a new boyfriend.
You gotta bridge it.
She gets a new boyfriend. I say, okay, everything's a cop, everything. I see this girl, she shows up. She has piercings everywhere, tattoos everywhere. She's so wild and crazy. She's a chain smoker. She spends all her money. She has like no money. I'm like, oh my God, now I see it. He was basically trying to like make her slow down. So now she's smoking 20 packs a day.
Oh my God.
Everywhere. Like,
so you
done got her out from under some good.
Yo, but she was already ready for that though, bro.
I brought it out of her. Now she got like 3 kids. I think she hates me. If she's watching this, I'm sorry. I think she toughed in her life a couple times, but I mean, it was really terrible. So now I don't try to give advice.
Yo, 16 Bars said a friend of mine recommended pizza with pineapples.
Hey, that
shit is fire.
That shit is yo, 16, yo, wildin', man. y'all need to live a little, bro.
Why would you put anything sweet on pizza?
Bro, a little sweet, a little savory. Oh, y'all wild, bro. Y'all wild.
Bro, I'm not okay with pineapples on pizza. I'm sorry.
I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it. It's not. It's sweet. It's savory. It gives me a little bit of everything, bro. Get out of here. Live a little. Live a little.
Shout out to the bad teacher. You need to come on the show. I told you come on the show.
Oh yeah, that bad teacher. Yo, love the fireplace. Thank you. Listen, you gotta be here. You gotta be here. You gotta be here.
You gotta pull up.
What makes this bad teacher bad though?
Go on her page.
Go on her page.
Go on her page. You'll find out. Yo, the miracle touch says she's just a confused soul. Don't blame yourself. No matter what a man she's with, she was lost.
She's better off alone.
So,
I shouldn't feel bad, guys.
so you should not.
Was it bad
feel-
advice though? Yes.
Yes, it was.
Yes, it was.
Me
She
personally,
had
I
somebody
don't
taking
know.
good care of her, and you just
You tried.
fucked it up.
How do you know?
I don't give advice though.
Hold on.
If I give advice, I make sure I be like, yo,
You preface it.
nah, this is me. I don't know what you're gonna do, but this is what
I do this. Now
I
me,
always say, but I don't know.
but I don't know.
No.
I don't know.
See, I don't know. Yo, people do that all the time. You know, people do this. They go.
This is what you should do.
You should make a left and then a right. But I don't know.
I don't know. But I don't know. Who am I?
That nigga literally just gave you precise directions. And it said, but I don't know.
You gotta do it.
You gotta do that.
You do it. You gotta do it.
Very important, right?
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
No, nigga, you told me a left and a right.
Wait a minute, y'all. Wait a minute. One mic. Capricious 1021 says someone recommended me see Jeepers Creepers with my new boyfriend. It was horrible. We left the theater and made a baby instead. What?
If I never went to the movie,
What?
I have one less chance. You gotta read the follow-up.
The follow-up. Yo,
Ready.
if I never went to that movie, I would have one less child. Yo, that's crazy. That's crazy.
Yo, Will Big Buy said, I'll never give advice, but I'll take other people's advice.
I don't think about it.
Listen,
I give advice all the time.
I take
I'm
advice.
like everyone's therapist. Everyone
yeah?
comes to me with their problems. I willfully give them advice.
yeah, I give advice too. I ain't gonna lie.
Have
What
you-
do you say at the end? I don't know.
Yeah, and have you given advice that ended up being the wrong advice?
Probably so, but
He said probably
I
so.
know I've given wrong advice for real. Like, not on purpose, but yeah, on purpose.
Yeah.
Just on purpose. Yeah. Like, not on purpose, like, that I want to do bad, but I'm just thinking, like, nigga, gang shit. Like, I'm giving you this advice because this is what I want to do.
Yo.
Fuck that bitch, nigga. Come on.
Yo, this is Black we're talking to. He is a good friend who will try to sleep with someone you're with just to make sure he shows you. He shows you. Just so he can show you how bad. You know me.
This is my best friend, by the way. And I told him, listen, I don't care what you say to everybody else. Don't fuck my girl and tell
Just
me
to show me.
No.
Just to show me. I don't even know. No.
Hold on, bro.
I know he.
Yo, let's swap talk. Let's swap the mic right now.
Hold on, Black.
Go ahead.
It's not Black's fault if she shitted. You understand what I'm saying?
That's what he's saying.
It's not his
But
fault, bro.
if you want me, you shouldn't be smashing my dick.
I agree with you 100%. I don't fuck my niggas.
Okay, so you hear what I'm saying? Black said, if my girl threw it at him,
He gonna take it.
he gonna take it just to prove.
Just to prove.
Because he knows
I don't do that, but I understand what you're saying.
I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna take it.
tell you
Yo.
I'm trying that way.
You gotta prove it.
This
You
is
gotta
the best
prove it.
Go back. Let him go back.
Let him go back real quick.
Yo, Black,
This is the backstory of that.
funny, bro. Nah, that's really crazy, bro. Like,
Let him know.
bro, I don't friend my niggas bitches up and all. Like, I don't play like.
Exactly.
No, none of that.
But that's
What I'm saying,
funny.
this is
Talia
the
says
backstory.
Black is showing you who the women are.
This is the backstory. I went the other way, like, yo, bro.
No, he did. This happened for real.
This is real life to me.
This happened in real life.
Bro, she's trying her hardest, bro. Whatever, bro. And I told him that, he went and told her. And you know what? She texted me like, "Aha, you thought he was gonna stop fucking with me? You thought he was gonna leave me?"
Yeah.
Shit like that.
Right.
So I'm saying to myself, this is my nigga. I'm like, yo, bro, You want me to? Alright, I gotta let you really know, like, yo, she's no good, bro. You gotta get out.
So
of
now,
this.
I got a question for you.
No, hold on. I gotta hear
True.
But Silvio, True News says, shout out to First Friend.
First friend.
Yeah.
Where you at?
True News. True News is saying, what up, Silvio? I mean, listen, critical thinkers know each other out here. You know what I'm saying? It's a small world. That's a, yeah, it must be an insider. What that mean? What that mean? You want some black shit? You want some black shit? Yeah, what that mean? You want some black shit?
Nah, but that was literally it, bro. It was a nigga who I really rated, like, yo, you my friend. He was kind of upset with me. I'm telling him, like, yo, I said she would never do that. And she texted me, and I showed him the text, like, yo, bro, look. And he's like, I don't care.
Yeah.
She said she would
I
never
love my
do
baby
that.
mama. I never let her go.
So I'm like, all right.
Yeah, I'm gonna show you though.
Now I'm gonna show you.
Did you record it?
nigga,
Huh?
Did you record it? Did you record it?
Hey, yo! If you see it, he said,
He had undisputable evidence. That's what I'm going
Yo,
to say.
black.
He had
undisputable evidence.
Black said he went down on her with a read meeting.
Yo, black.
What's going on over here?
He had
Black, you
undisputable
cool, bro.
evidence. He had undisputable evidence this time because I'm gonna show you. Because don't make me look like with my friends,
I don't lie on my dick.
loyalty is the biggest thing to my friends.
Yeah, that's true, and that's very
So
true.
I'm telling you, if I'm telling you something, bro, you're not supposed to come back at me on no. Oh, nah, you're
I mean,
lying.
you're the one
Black,
that
you didn't have
fucked
to
up.
smoke it though, bro. You
I
could have
had
showed him
to
the
smoke it,
text, bro. You could have showed him.
I showed him the text. I
And
said,
he didn't do anything.
he's not
Yeah.
jacking the text.
He said he didn't have to smoke
You
it.
ain't had to smoke it, bro.
I definitely did. I was like, nah, what
You know what's crazy? The fact that he told on the nigga once.
Yeah.
She knows he told on the nigga
Yes.
and still gave up the bun.
Still.
She was like, when he
She's dirty.
Yo.
She's
You're rich and stupid. She is
dirty.
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 It was
Scumbag.
Yo, we got a little bit off topic, but yo, this was definitely good. This was good.
It was my homie at the time. I'm like, yo, bro, you don't
That's
need
what
that.
it means now.
He did some grimy shit to me later.
He did.
Oh, the irony! He did some grimy shit. He did some fucked up shit to me, bro.
Money shit.
He did some grimy, like,
Yeah, money shit.
You know what? Money shit.
So you joined the city, you were ready.
It wasn't even. It was the people connected.
it wasn't to me.
Exactly.
You ran off on the susu? Yeah. He ran off on the susu.
Man, no, susu.
That's crazy.
Yo, that's a good line right there. Yeah, we can't get off topic, y'all.
Have you ever received bad advice, Jerry?
Yes, I definitely received bad advice, but I always take advice. I already told y'all early on the show. Even without children, I take y'all advice because again, like I am raising young black men, I'm raising young black women, so like I want to take advice from every aspect of a person's like life in order to be like, all right, cool, like this person tells me that they talk to their parents about this because their parents are, relatable and they're open to that kind of stuff. So I want to do that. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, I take advice to be able to find out how to like deal with my children. But I've definitely taken bad advice. Absolutely. I've definitely, when it comes to relationships, I will take advice and be like, I remember one time I was told, me and my now wife were going through some things and, my friends were at the time was just like, yo, fuck her then. Like, just go out there, live your life, do your thing. And I was like, sure, you know what? Fuck that. You know what I mean? I got in the car, like, Usher niggas is bouncing in the car and shit. And then next thing you know, I'm like, I'm doing something stupid where I'm like, yo, how the fuck did I even get here? You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's based off of somebody telling you, yo, nah, put that battery in your back, go do something stupid. And you don't sit there and think about it, bro.
I got a question for y'all as girl dads.
Yeah.
You want your dad to come and talk to you about sex?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And it's gonna. I don't have kids. Period. So I respect that. Like,
But there's a boundary to that, right? You don't want to talk about like he was in my guts. How do I think?
You can say anything, but it's all how you say it. You know what I mean? It's all how
Okay.
My parents always told me that you can talk to me about anything. It's mine how you say it. So she can't talk crazy like, oh
yeah, give me my respect. Give me my respect.
No, I respect that. No, y'all hear that? No, that's big talk. That's big talk.
Yeah.
Because
I'd rather my kid.
we're not parents, and personally, like I know, like I know how certain people, like in my culture, like me and my mom.
where you from again, bro?
I'm Haitian.
Right.
Okay, I'm Haitian. Yeah.
Look on bio, man.
why you act like you didn't know he was Haitian?
No, I said, look on Bagayo. You know the vibes, pretty much.
As a Haitian, like my mom, first of all, like the whole the levels of respect are never ever like ever. Like if you're my parent, it don't matter if you live in my house, and I pay all the bills. I
still have,
it's still, you know
I think
what mean?
Asians have something similar as well too.
You know what I mean? And certain conversations you just don't have really. You might get lucky and get a first generation Haitian parent, like my boy Big Bro Cash Flow. Shout out to him.
Shout out to Big Bro.
His dad is mad cool. We could talk to his dad about anything. But like someone like my mom will say stuff to me when I was younger, like, "Oh, my house is not a hotel. Don't be bringing girls here left and right." You know what I mean? See, exactly. The hotel line was the biggest line. You know what I mean? Like,
For me, it was don't get anybody pregnant. That was it.
That's like a Caribbean thing.
Yeah, don't get anybody pregnant. Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
Yo, you basic.
Asian.
All right.
Yo, you know what I mean?
Get up to the basics.
Rihanna's our new queen.
But nah, definitely. I know that like.
Talia says Croatian culture. You do not talk about that. My mom is chill, and we talk. But my dad, oh no way, not allowed. LOL.
You see,
Not allowed.
Something I'm learning from Talia being on commenting on the show. Croatian culture. It's even though European culture. I don't know about like England and stuff like that, but like Greece, Mediterranean, they have a lot of very similar cultures to the Caribbean. It seems like immigrants in general have a lot of similar cultures, and then America is like just a whole different fucking bag. You know what I mean? Like, it's weird. You know what I mean? But I definitely giving advice. I've never given bad advice.
Somebody's gonna say I've never given bad advice, bro. Get out of here, bro.
That's some bullshit one time. That you probably shouldn't have told me.
No.
You told me some
But I give you bad.
Hetty4_ says, now that I'm grown with a husband and kids, there's a lot of things that my mom could talk to me about that I'm definitely never talking to her about. That's not my mama. That's not.
You said she gonna talk to her kids about stuff that she was.
That she right, because at the end of the day, man, a lot of these girls, bro.
We have somebody on Facebook that wants to call in, but unfortunately, we're not doing call-ins this week.
Yes,
we're not doing call-ins this week. If you do want to call in ever, please, it's easier to call in from Facebook and YouTube and Twitter. We have a phone number you can hit up, and then you can just hit the link, and then you can call in, and we'll chop it up with you. We're not doing that this week though. We ain't doing it. But next week we're gonna be doing that. So y'all really might want to start transitioning to Facebook, YouTube, and all that other stuff. Just to let y'all know. But I apologize for that, cutting everybody off. You know what I mean? But I did want to move on to the next topic because we're about to hit hours.
Yes.
The last topic of the day.
That's it. Let's get it.
You know what I mean?
This is spicy. Now we get to the spicy stuff. I mean, I thought we was talking crazy before.
If you indulge in threesomes,
yes.
Matter of fact, you supposed to be asking this.
No, not really. No, but this is the premise of where I got it from. Yeah,
I'm saying you're actually not.
This is the premise of where I got it from. So this week, while I was on, yes. So this week, while I was living my life, doing my thing, I heard on the radio about this man telling the story about how him and his wife decided that they were going to go for a threesome and have a threesome. Now he said that like everything was good up until one point where he realized things switched up, and that's when he was with the partner that they with the person that I'm sorry, I apologize. They were with the person that they were with, and he was taking care of her, and he did a moan that he said his wife seemed to never have heard or seen or do before. So now wait up. Yo, let me finish. Yeah, I'm going to say you moan it.
Why is he having a moan?
Yo, wait. So the question is, the topic is, where does the attention go if you do indulge in threesomes? Where should the attention, or where does the attention usually go? That is the question. You guys type your answers or your thoughts in the comments. We're gonna start off with my man Swab. We're gonna start off with my man Swab. We're gonna start off with my man Swab. He's ready. He's ready. Where should the attention go?
Or should the attention go during the threesome?
During the threesome. Now, of course, this is a threesome with you and a partner who has invited somebody in.
This is not a oh, I met two chicks and we having a threesome.
Right.
My girl.
Yeah, or your man. This is for whoever.
Whoever.
Yeah, whoever.
If you are participating in
yes,
a homosexual relationship, whoever
that third person who entered is, who should be getting most of the attention in that trio? My nigga, we didn't even have to say that. He said that out loud. He's like, it's wild. Go ahead. I mean, hey, but listen, we don't discriminate here on this show, man. Listen, I mean, talk about your talk. Talk about your talk. Swab is gonna answer first, y'all.
Nah, to avoid confusion, you know what I mean? The attention gotta go to your lady.
I agree with you 100%.
Okay. I understand how you feel, but be honest.
Be honest. Yeah, man.
Be honest.
Be honest here.
I feel like Swag, you sound real smart on the show right now.
Talia said, I'm still confused.
Oh, media trained, bro.
Oh, see, that's right.
Yeah, he's media. He's definitely media trained. He's definitely media trained. Talia, hold up.
He's like, listen, I was for Hot 97. I ain't playing no game.
Talia, wait, hold on. Talia 31 says, I'm still confused by the question. Talia, we are talking about if you do get involved with a menage a trois, meaning that you are willing to invite someone else into your relationship with your partner, who should be getting the attention, or who does get the attention usually, if you have experienced it and you said to yourself, who got the most attention out of that meeting between the three of you, or who should get the most attention?
You see the thing? I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. You would say, yo, it goes to my lady. That's the right way.
Mm-hmm.
But now, for example, I've had threesomes. So previously, let's say I got a homegirl. She like, yo, this went down on this bitch. My homegirl's bad too, by the way. This is a long time ago.
Right. Talk about it.
This went down on this bitch real quick. I'm like, all right, start the door, pull up. Like, you know what I mean? So it depends on the sequence. You know what I mean? We might be running down on this specific female to get pleased. Or if that's your girl, it's different though. If that's your girl, you can't, like you said, moaning before and stuff like that. Like, you can't be overly into it with another person if your girl is there. It's not gonna work, bro.
Yo, Pretty Brown in 22 says the man. ...
Hello,
Ooh.
Hello.
Yeah.
Once again, Hetty 4__ just said, speak up. We can't hear you.
Yeah.
So speak up.
Yeah. So speak up. It's all good.
No, he don't gotta repeat it.
Yeah, he don't gotta repeat it. True News said, why should there be rules? I like the way y'all talking.
She said, isn't the point of it all to have an experience?
Ooh, talk about it. Talk about it, but everybody, come on, let's come around.
Silvio,
what's up?
Silvio, how do you, if you do indulge in threesomes,
if you don't,
hypothetically, right?
Hypothetically speaking,
if you indulge in threesomes, who does the attention go to if you were in a relationship?
If I was in a threesome, right? The attention should go to my main woman.
Okay.
Well, I'm not gonna lie, hypothetically.
Thank you for that. Very good.
You know, us men, right? We get excited about new pussy.
Ain't no pussy like new pussy, bro.
But my main pussy, but my main pussy is always the best.
Of course.
100%.
My main pussy is the best.
Oh, you media trained as well. He's media trained as well.
a little less though, because your man is good. He's like, yo, listen. I'm not.
No, listen. I'm gonna finish, but I'm gonna get to that. Go ahead.
Yeah. So again, my main pussy is the best. Literally.
Of course.
Amen. But you know, you see that new pussy, and your dick gets a little stronger.
Talk about it. Talk about it. The muscles get a little.
It's like
listen, I have to perform.
I have to perform.
Hypothetically, right? if I was in that situation,
Yes.
I did perform.
Hypothetically. All right.
And I
Pink,
did bring
Pink
both.
Ink, Pink Ink
So
said,
I
"I'm
did-
dead,
so
y'all
I-
lying."
So I did give a balance, hypothetically, if I died.
No, right.
We know this.
We
We
know
know
it.
this.
Don't worry,
We know
we
this.
got
We
you.
know
I
this.
did
We
give
got
a
you.
balance to both, and I wore them out.
Okay.
And I was still on chat like this.
There you go. Hypothetically.
Allegedly. Allegedly.
Miss Sunny Love.
Okay.
If hypothetically.
Yes.
Hypothetically. Well, my take on it in general is like, are you recruiting or is this like a one-time
Well,
thing?
let's clarify.
Because,
Let's clarify something first. Is it 2 men or is it a
No,
woman?
I'm saying
That
if
was
it's two
my-
women and a man.
No,
Are you,
for you.
no, I'm just saying.
Hypothetically.
Hypothetically.
What would yours be?
What would yours be? Would it be another female and your?
Women, it would be me and another woman. Or
Okay.
all women.
All women. Okay. All right, Miss
Yeah,
Sunny
all
Love.
women can work.
All right, Miss
All
Sunny
women
Love.
can work.
That triangle.
Show that shit would be amazing, bro.
Scissoring out
You know what I'm
here.
saying? Yo,
Oh,
six titties.
We're not gonna go into that.
We're gonna get into that. We're gonna get into the topic.
All right, but anyway.
But like, okay, what is the purpose of it? Is it a one-time thing? Is it recruitment? Because when you go to a new job, they try to bring you on. So they're like, look at the benefits we have here.
But Miss
They
Sunny
go
Love, you're
show you
getting
all the
you're getting a little more deep. We're saying that if you are hypothetically too engaged in that situation,
Yeah.
would you rather you and the other
Would
the
you be
female
Would you be putting?
with all the attention to your partner, your man, or would you want all of the attention, or would you want to give the person you're introducing into this trio all of the attention? Where do you think the attention should be going? Where would you like the attention to go?
See, I'm not that type of person that is territorial.
Mm.
I'm not like that. Like I don't.
If you brought her, you like, listen, have fun.
Have fun, okay.
Yeah, I'm not gonna be like, oh, I'm
That's
not-
dope.
I mean,
That's
that's,
not
if you,
like that.
That's
that's
rare,
rare, it's
bro.
rare, but
That's
yo,
rare.
to be
That's
honest,
what I'm supposed to do.
if listen, I don't get it. People do a lot of things in their lives that they don't really want to do, and it makes no sense to me.
Right.
You know what I mean?
So talk about
Just, like, if people don't like to change shit that they don't like for no reason. They just keep it going for whatever reason it may
Right.
be. You know what I mean? If you don't like the outfit, you change it. But for some reason, if it's a situation with your partner, it's like, I'm not gonna say too much because I don't know how they're gonna react. Tell them how you feel. Like if I'm gonna bring somebody into a threesome, which I won't indulge in if I'm in a relationship. I'm not doing that.
Really?
If I'm not having a threesome. If
I would.
If it's too much chemistry,
I would.
I'm never having a threesome.
I would
with
have
my
no
partner.
problem if
Because I know me.
if my wife
I
just say
jealousy,
right
jealousy.
now.
No, forget jealousy because one is gonna be 2 females. And if my girl was mad into the chick, I'd be like, that's fine with me.
So what
But-
if you wait? So what if you're shorty?
If my shorty asked me for a threesome with another nigga, it's a wrap for me.
Nah, that's what I'm saying. I can't.
Yo, but that's a fucked up double standard, though, man. I'ma just
It's not a double standard for
advocate.
me. Hold on, it's not a double standard.
Because
I
you'd
just
be
said-
okay
I
with it.
just said I would never ask for a threesome. So it's not a double
Oh,
standard for me.
okay.
I'm not asking my girlfriend for a threesome.
So
I did
she
all
would
that-
have
I
to
did
be
all
the one
that.
to
I
initiate.
did all that
So
before I
you
got into a
wouldn't
relationship.
ask for a threesome because you don't want her to ask for
No, I wouldn't ask for a threesome because I know I don't want to slip into that life again where I'm just listen.
Did you see his whole body? He's like, I don't want to slip into that life. You know what I'm saying?
No lie. I know. I take a lot of pride in my sexual prowess and like I'm a pleaser. You know what I mean? So you know what I mean? I'm a pleaser. So having a
Yo,
threesome,
dead ass.
having a
I think it's
threesome-
a Haitian thing for real.
having a threesome, I'm gonna like as a pleaser, I'm gonna be like, yo, I have to make sure she nuts like at least
the new one.
like, yes.
At least 3 times, bro.
Yes, yes,
At
like-
least before
I
anything
would
happens.
go.
At least
I would
3.
go 2, but listen,
3.
Hey,
I go you have to nut 3 times.
hey, brother. More power to you.
Talia 31
Listen,
says I had one experience.
You hear that?
I had one experience once and tried it, and one person gets left out for the most of it. The man had the most
That's true.
focus because he was outnumbered. LOL.
I'll tell you this right now, not to you, Talia, but I have indulged in threesome before, and I know the only time that's ever occurred where I didn't give somebody attention was because it just wasn't popping. That's real. Like the other girl, it was like shit, and he was like, all right. Like, shit. You know what I mean? Like I'm just keeping it.
What was it? Stone face? Y'all remember my video?
Oh, yeah.
Did they just stare at you?
No, I don't think about that. It was just like, yo, listen, I'm falling in here. Like, you
Oh,
know what I mean?
shit.
You know what I mean? Like,
Damn. Everybody put a black hole emoji up. Get out! Get out!
It's not even I would say loosey goosey. I would say like she just like like
Open.
It's not even like I don't want to go that deep into it.
Yo, Will Bigby says, I feel like whatever happens, happens. But if I'm in a relationship, I'm not with no threesome. Just like you said, Rich.
It's not a good idea. It opens the doors to mass up. And the sex gets boring. Your sex is not boring with your partner when it's individual.
Pretty brown.
This is my opinion.
No boundaries and great energy equal great sex.
Boom.
Yeah.
Listen, if I'm gonna say this right now.
What if you bring somebody into the threesome and my chemistry's better with
that person?
That's what I'm trying to tell you.
That's crazy. You got a problem.
What if Shorty start doing some shit? I'm holding her like, oh my god.
That's gonna be a problem.
I'm like, I'm gonna look at my girl like.
You better not moan crazy. That's it. But here's what I'm saying.
She just don't want to hear a different moan. That's what you said, right?
Listen, here's my tip. Here's
that comment though. I do have some boundaries, but I don't really like to get beat. I don't like to suffer. I like to do the suffering, like give the punishment. I don't like to get punished.
So
So how would you get punished? Like BDSM type shit?
Like
Oh yeah, nah, I'm into that.
Go to the bad teacher's page, man. Go to the bad.
Go to the bad teachers and that bad teacher's page.
Bad teacher. What I want to say is that my sister has a husband.
Don't throw her in here.
Yeah, what?
She told me that she wanted to come. She was calling, but I didn't answer. She has a husband and a boyfriend, and they live together.
What?
Our sister's a G.
No. Everybody shut up. Everybody shut your mouth. Everybody shut your mouth. I want to hear this.
And she in the comments, she called on my phone, but I don't know why she called. She wanted to say something.
Okay, so
Yeah.
So do you?
One of them niggas is real big.
But they're both from New York. They have to go out of state maybe to be like that.
Yeah, you gotta. That's crazy.
I guarantee one of them niggas is real big.
You want to hear from her?
At least one of them.
They don't have it.
One mic.
My sister.
Oh, is this your sister that says I'm here? Pink Ink Atlas?
Yes.
Oh my goodness! All right.
Shout out to Pink Ink Atlas.
Yes. Yo, please hold up.
Send this out to 5 of your friends.
Hold up. Pink Ink Atlas, if you don't mind sharing your story, that would be amazing.
Make sure you hit that paper plate and share it with your friends too.
Of course. I don't want to speak to Pink Atlas. I want to speak to the two niggas. Let me be honest.
Are they the two men? The two men. Yeah, the two guys.
Yeah.
Oklahoma, bro.
They from New York. Yo, she said dead.
Listen.
No, that's yes.
One mic.
I personally, I'm not okay. Like I said, just like the idea of if I got a girl that I was smashing for years. One day you tell me, like, can you, let's have a threesome. I'm like, all right, get a girl. She's like, no, like, tell one of your friends. I'm like, one of my girlfriends? She's like, no, one of your guys. I'm like, my friends aren't fucking you.
I remember.
I will never, ever allow that shit. Honestly, she saw how angry I got.
This man believes he has a hold on these women, bro.
I don't know.
Me personally, I don't get it, but
no, I don't feel like I have a hold on these women. But at the same time, I don't want to. I don't.
That's my idea of what you call it, bro.
That was your girl?
No.
It was just whatever.
It was his thing, bro. Like that's not your shorty.
You can't cuff it though.
Thank you, my nigga. That's not for you to cuff. Boy,
I'm out.
See what I'm
She didn't have a particular nigga.
Oh, she did.
No,
she did.
Time out.
I fuck with Rich, but
Hold on.
Let him talk.
every time Black came,
Hold on,
Black
fucking too. Yo, Black Yo, wait up. Yo, I critical niggas. Guys, one mic. Pink Ink Atlas says, yo, I have so much to say. Well, you have a platform to say it, baby girl. Whatever it is you're okay with talking about, talk about it.
Hold on, picking. Do
Yes.
these two men have IG? And if they do, can you please tell them to join this live?
They got Facebook. Tell them to join the Facebook.
Facebook, IG, whatever they
YouTube.
have.
Tell them to go on YouTube.
We would throw them on the live. We would throw them on the live.
Go on to YouTube. Tell them go on our YouTube. We'll add them in.
If Shorty asks,
Hold on. Wait, no. Nick, hold on.
Go ahead.
Shorty never seen none of my friends.
Right.
She's never seen none of my friends, honestly.
Yeah.
So it's not like she just wanted that
Nah, but from a
experience.
comment like that, you know where to place her, bro. It's cool if
Oh, that's what
you
I'm
wanna
saying.
But you
And
just
that's
know,
what
like-
that's where I was going with it. I was going with when a girl asks me a question like that.
Yeah.
One, I'm not coming for her. She lived in Brooklyn.
Yeah.
She lived in Brooklyn.
Yo, shout out to BK women out there. Y'all get busy.
A little Spanish mom.
Y'all get busy.
You know what I mean? A little Spanish mom, and I was smashing her for years.
Yeah.
Just I met her from having a threesome with my ex with her.
Mm-hmm.
One of my exes, we were broken up, and she was like, "Yo, I want."
You maintain the rapport with the.
Me and my ex were cool, and
Right.
my ex was like, "Yo, I want this girl to experience having sex with you because
Right.
she says she whatever, blah blah blah." So boom, it happened.
Yo, the miracle touch is she realized she had the wrong guy from your crew, so she was trying to find a humble way to get one of your friends.
No. I just explained that.
Come on. Pink Ink says.
Wait, hold on. This is calling. This is calling right now.
What's up, Shay? Yeah.
Yeah.
Listen. Go ahead. All right.
Go.
Call.
Well, you called. So what's up?
I seen you start your podcast.
Yes, I'm at the podcast. We're on live. You're on the phone on speaker.
Yeah. Oh, great.
Go for it. What do you want to say?
What's
Wait,
that?
hold
I
up.
want to answer the question.
What's this
She
name?
wants to answer the question.
Shay.
Shay.
So I'm not just in a poly throuple is what it's called when you have a closed three-way relationship.
Closed poly.
I'm also the leader of the kink community 18 plus on Facebook, and I wanted to be a sexual therapist when I was in
Oh, so
college.
we gotta bring them on.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right, Shay. Listen.
Yeah.
We got too many cameras out here for you not to get over here.
Yeah, you have to be over
You
here,
don't need to
girl.
pull up. You don't need to pull
She's
up.
coming. She's
All right.
coming here.
She's coming.
In May.
Yeah, tell her because
right.
I do not gonna be able to catch her.
All right. Well, we'll have to deal with this on another episode. Thank you for calling in. All right.
Very
Shay,
interesting.
We'll have you on the show.
All right. I did want to before we do wrap this up, I did want to speak on one last thing. This is not one of the topics we had in mind. We didn't post this topic, but Black had posted something earlier in the week, and we were getting to it when we had our meeting on Friday, our rehearsal. And this question I do want to go around. And please, y'all in the IG, everybody out here, I mean, y'all can't answer because it's not for y'all. But for the ladies, have you ever dealt with a man with a turtleneck?
Oh. And please explain what a turtleneck is.
Uncircumcised. Have you ever had to go down on? Have you ever dealt with a man that was uncircumcised and then he wanted you to go down on him? Black, tell your story, please.
What? Yo. I'm sorry. The way Rich just said that, yo.
Not his story. That story. My bad.
Yo, so my parents decided not to circumcise me, and I've had to deal with my life. Yo, the hearts are going up right now.
Hold on. Zoe Lauren said yes to all questions. So you going down on a guy who had a turtleneck.
Did the nigga tell you in advance? Like, how does that?
Right.
So wait. We're gonna get into it. It seems like the people want to talk about it. We're gonna get into it.
I don't have the turtleneck.
I didn't know what I was saying, bro.
It sounded like you were saying that, bro. You sounded like you were saying that, my nigga. It sounded like you were saying that. Hey, yo, talk about your story. What?
Let me start there. I don't have the turtleneck. My shit good. I don't got to go back.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Yo, one mic.
I don't got to go back. But I was sent a story where a girl, she was actually been with a nigga for a year. And he got the turtleneck. She only gave him head twice in a year, which is crazy to me as a man.
Birthday and
He
Christmas.
gave him head twice in a year because he had a turtleneck, and she said like it throws her off.
Those are all.
Let him talk.
Yeah, she said the turtleneck throws her off. So I was asking
Oh my
ladies,
God.
like, yo, have y'all had the turtleneck, and what is your take on the turtleneck? Wow.
Yo,
Ladies.
the Bowman Nation say y'all cold.
It's real life.
Yo, I mean, yo, keep it funky. If y'all got the turtleneck, see what I mean?
Tiger 31 said, I can't do that either. I'm horrible.
Capricious 1021 says, I plead the fifth. I circumcised my ex-boyfriend. Wait, you did the procedure?
No, she might. No, whoa, Jesus.
Wait,
Yeah, like, how you
what
did
the?
it?
How did you do
She
it?
probably took him to the doctor.
To get it done. All right. I was like, yo, the hearts is going up, man.
Have you ever dealt with a turtleneck? You can say I'm a lady.
You can say I'm a lady.
With a turtleneck.
Okay.
And
It didn't bother you? Was they older?
Did you give him head?
Yo, come on, y'all asking bad questions.
We got questions.
Yeah, I'm right, but at the same time,
I think that some people probably might need to make sure that they know how to clean it properly because maybe their parents
talk about
didn't
it.
teach them. Maybe they need to learn that they need to pull it back to clean it properly. Hygiene is very important.
True.
So if you guys have a turtleneck, don't cut it off and make it a regular t-shirt. Just learn how to clean it.
I'm not gonna lie. That means
all right, get your gunk off your shit.
I had, and then I cut it off in high school.
Oh, that's the worst. I heard that's the worst time, bro.
In pain? But now I'm good though.
I do.
Is life better without the turtleneck?
Oh, so much better, man.
See, there you go. There you go.
Like I could run.
He's like, when I could walk before, I can run now.
Yeah.
All right,
DJ Swab.
DJ Swab.
No, I don't have a turtle.
No, we're not asking.
Oh yeah, we are. I mean, we wasn't asking that, but if you want to say it.
We don't have no question.
Yeah, that was the only question that we did. I have to look for women. Oh yeah. I do not have a turtleneck as well. So. This for the women. This for the women. Everybody, on my lady, we have all ladies in the background here. So
Okay, so I didn't date, but I had sex with someone who had that, and it lasted about 3 months, and I was
Out of there.
were you over it?
You were doing it for 3 months though. 3 months is good.
Did you go down on him?
Did you go down on him?
Hell no.
So
Really?
Was it the smegma?
I did not.
It's a little schmutz. It's a little
No, not
schmutz right there.
attractive. It has to be attractive for you to want to do all of
That's
those
the
things.
listen. Dreamy Star said most American men are circumcised. Many men who are not from the U.S. are not
That's
circumcised.
true.
My brothers are not circumcised. My brothers are not circumcised. And I used to take, and when I was a kid, I would take, a bath with them, and I'm circumcised, and I'd be like, yo, why does your joint look so different?
you felt left out?
I was like, yo, what is it about me that's different? They were like, because you're American, that's why they did it to you. And I was like, yo, but I want a little cover, like. But now I found out women like it without the cover. I'm like, all right, I'm happy I got that.
Capricia said, I'm kind of lost. She said he was a virgin until we had sex. The skin broke and he was free.
What?
Lots of blood.
What? Yo, we're talking about two different things. We're talking about yo, what kind of woman man is that? What kind of woman man is that?
The Bowman Nation said, yo, for the niggas who got the turtleneck, you just gotta keep your shit clean.
Hey,
Off with the head.
Jimmy Star said, honestly, circumcision are a cultural thing. As long as the hygiene is okay, then it's fine. So Lauren said, circumcised dick, just take extra steps. No smegma, and I'm in there.
Yeah, and I'm in there. Yo, Cocaine Kisser says, I'm with the shits, yo. Oh, she is all the way with the shits.
Who's Cocaine Kisser?
Cocaine Kisses is all the way with the shits.
Really cocaine nigga got the skin.
Oh, Romain Sir, yo, Serge,
Listen, I think the Bowman Nation is letting everybody know. Listen, he got the turtleneck and he ain't never had a problem.
Yeah, that's exactly what he's saying. Yeah.
That's not how that works. Well, she's confused.
We still going around, ladies. Anybody for the rest of you guys have dealt with a turtleneck or no?
I've never dealt with a turtleneck.
Never
If I
dealt.
look at it and it doesn't look good, I don't want it.
Okay.
The dick gotta look good.
It gotta look good. It has to have a good look.
All right, so she likes pretty dicks.
She like pretty. It gotta have a nice vein. Maybe mix a letter or something. Maybe, you know what I'm saying?
They gotta be like a little.
So no Nelly? No Nelly? Keep it moving. You ain't heard about that?
If I have to clean, I don't smell anything before it gets dirty.
He got all his money, so
Bruh, which is what I was arguing about.
There's nothing wrong with Nelly's dick. There's nothing wrong with Nelly.
All right, we're gonna keep going. We're not talking about that right now. Never dealt with one.
I have.
You have.
He was super clean. Like at first, I didn't even know.
No.
Not
Dealt with it, a turtleneck, bro.
At first, I didn't know because the first time we did it was dark, and then after I saw it, I was like, wait, what? Like, why it look like that? And then I realized.
You didn't suck it the first time?
No, but
Wait up, yo, let her talk, y'all. Guys, come on.
But no, he was super clean. Like you said, he practiced good hygiene. I never smelled nothing, never seen nothing, never had no problems. So that was my
301 Zombie Treat says Team Turtles. Turtle.
I would think women would want that though, because extra skin is more cushion for the.
Is it? Listen, I know my brother. Again, this is nothing weird. I used to take baths with my brother when I was a kid, and he is yeah, right. I don't know if that has to do anything with anything, bro. I used to take baths with my brother. I don't know. Caribbean shit, like I don't know. Like, all right, so he had to pull his shit back, and yeah, there was sometimes some stuff in there. You just clean it up. So from what I understand, if you keep it clean and you pull your joint back regularly and you actually get up in there, then you should be good. But if you don't, then you're gonna have a problem with the ladies, because clearly the ladies are saying they want to clean that.
Swab got something on his mind. What you
I'm good, man. I'm good. I was listening, man.
Yo, Team Turtle. I think dudes with circumcised penis practice better overall hygiene because of that than uncircumcised.
No.
I don't think so.
Get out of here.
I don't know about that.
How do I know that? Cause I clean my fucking dick. That's why.
All day, every day.
She's complete. That's what she said.
What?
Practice better overall hygiene. I think practice better. But I don't.
Sorry, Helene. I did not mean to say that. So no, you're right. I'm sorry. I read that wrong. My apologies.
But I agree with you. I don't think it's any different. Like even if you have a circumcised or uncircumcised penis, you should be able to understand how to keep yourself clean at all times. It's the same thing for women. I've done the 2-finger sniff test, and sometimes it doesn't work. All right. Sometimes I don't know what y'all ladies is doing. If y'all going with the old natural shit where y'all don't like to put shit down there, but sometimes it don't work, ladies. Sometimes y'all need a little bit of that motherfucking honey pot or whatever the fuck y'all call it. You know what I'm saying? Look, all the black ladies, I know about that shit. You know what I mean? Shout out to Hetty for the score.
So we want to wrap this up. Just want to let y'all know, since we speak about smegma and all that. Listen, young ladies, if you are a lady who has been benefited with a large bunda, a large.
What is a bunda?
A culo.
A culo.
A large fat ass.
Look who stood up.
No
Big batiga.
No dick is worth rushing for that you don't wash your ass properly.
Talk about it.
Clean yourself.
Talk about it.
Clean yourself.
Talk about it.
Don't if you
Talk about
listen.
it.
First of all, if you this is just a PSA. If you happen to use the restroom before you go check somebody, clean yourself before you check that nigga. Don't go check him and do all of that there. Listen. This is just a PSA. Clean yourselves. Hygiene. It's a good thing.
Get all the toilet paper.
That's it.
Definitely is.
Am I right or wrong?
Do you think they know?
Huh?
Do you think they know?
If they don't know something
Bro,
wrong,
Black, let me ask Black too. Black fuck niggas bitches, bro.
But listen. I got something.
You want to ask Black?
Black. If you think we're talking about girls with the big bumpers and all that, that's what
Yeah.
And he would mention hygiene as well. So my question is, do you think if our hygiene is let's say off, rather off, to be nice, but like, do you think they know?
If they, you should tell them. I tell them.
But do you think they really? You tell them?
I wouldn't think so.
You have to.
Hold on.
Like that.
You think they know? Like something?
They probably don't know. That's why you gotta. That's why you gotta be like, yo, I seen a little.
So alluring said, my friend had a dude take a shit and then ask her for some head. That's crazy.
How you tell him?
That's crazy. That's crazy.
I just told you we're gonna have a conversation. If we're having sex, I don't feel like any topic should be crazy for us to talk about.
Thank you. I'm in your guts.
Trip and fall into the shower like,
So
I'm in your guts.
I'm gonna say to you like, yo, I was back there, bro, and I
smell.
spread it, and I seen some little tissue.
Not even tissue.
Hey,
He got it. I see the dingleberry. Listen,
right?
exactly.
Listen, yo, hold up.
Big butt girls. You're not rare.
Hold up. Listen,
I'm not saying every big butt girl.
hold up.
No, wait. No, Hattie, wait, come on.
Hattie fun is like, no, don't do that. Don't do that.
What I was doing.
I didn't say every girl has a fat ass.
I'm not
I didn't
talking
say
about
that.
girls. I'm not talking about girls with fat asses in general, because it could be a skinny girl with the dingleberries too. It doesn't matter.
That shit's crazy.
It doesn't matter. I'm just talking about in general.
Yes,
If I see it, I'm going to say something.
But I do. But Black, hold up. Hold on to that. Hold on to guys. Everybody, hold on to that.
What?
Because I have one solution for everybody.
Hello.
If you have this problem, and that's go to shoptaboo.com, all right?
Yes.
Pick yourself up a hygiene stick from shoptaboo.com right now. And if you use this hygiene stick all over your butt and your body, you will protect yourself for a maximum of 36 hours or less. But given the time you use it, you can absolutely keep yourself protected, smelling fresh, smelling good, so that if you have that encounter with that person, you won't ever have to worry about what's going on down there. Go to shoptaboo.com, pick yourself up a hygiene stick, use the code KIM, K-I-M, to get a discount on your hygiene stick. You will never have to worry about what we're talking about right here. I just had to put that in there.
Thank you.
Just had to put that in.
Should have did that earlier, but let's just say,
Big influencer.
I want to say over here, I want to say shout out to Silvio 318.
Yes.
Silvio
Yo,
318.
send the hearts right now, man.
You know what I mean?
Yo, you can throw it in the comments too. You can throw your name in the comments just so everybody can get it. If y'all want to type it in.
She said use code Jerry to save 20% off.
Kim, K-I-M.
And shout out to DJ Swab. You know what I mean? We really appreciate it. Got Hot 97 in the building today.
Oh,
really appreciate that.
Big move. You want to put it in your IG?
I want to say once again, March 6th, got your ticket to our party for our boy, celebrate my boy Jay's birthday. March 6th, NK Lounge in Long Island, East Meadow. March 6th. We have an event, right? It's in our link on our Instagram.
Click the link in the bio.
And you'll find it. Last thing is we will be in Puerto Rico in 3 weeks. No, 4 weeks. 4 weeks.
Oh, you going to the Afro?
I don't know.
You gotta go, bro. You gotta fill up.
Listen. Yo, we're doing Vegas. It was stupid.
Crazy, stupid.
Oh my God.
That's stupid. The African, they know how to party, bro. They know how to do it.
March 24th.
Just to let y'all know, right? Every Sunday I have Afrobeats and brunch.
Yeah, he do.
So after this, we go Afrobeats and brunch.
Are you kidding me?
Oh my God.
Are you? How have you not posted Afro Rich?
Yeah, but don't forget March 19th, my birthday party.
There you go.
2022 at Eventbrite. Get your tickets right now.
Ecstasy 2022 at Eventbrite. Exactly.
Okay.
Silvio 318. So we want to say thank you for stopping by. We appreciate y'all and catch us next time. All right, y'all. All right.
Sunday coming. Yeah. Sunday coming.